Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a 3-month review of Outschool. I taught my first class with Outschool on April 14th, and so July 14th marked my 3 months with Outschool. So I just wanted to do a 3-month review to go over pay, problems that I've encountered on Outschool, parents on Outschool, and kind of just give my overall view on Outschool from the past 3 months. If you are new to this channel, I do post Outschool videos every single week, and so if you have not already, hit subscribe so you don't miss any future Outschool videos. And let's go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna start with parents. So overall, the parents on Outschool have been very, very kind. If their child has fun in your class and it's really clear to the parent that you put a lot of effort into your class creation, you are most likely going to get positive parent reviews. With that being said, all reviews are not positive, and I'm going to just tell you my experience. Whenever I first started, like I've said before, my reviews were not good. I was not familiar with Zoom. I did not really put a lot of effort into my class creation because I was still working as a full-time teacher. I was still doing VIP Kid. So my mindset going into Outschool was kind of just like to try it out and see if I liked it, which was not the right mindset to go into it with. So my first class, I really did not practice beforehand, and I just kind of threw it together, and that's not the way to do it, and that led to some negative reviews. My first handful of reviews were 1, 2, and 3-star reviews, and as I put more time into my class creation, those reviews did improve and get higher and higher. But for the first few weeks, whenever I was teaching with Outschool, my overall review was like 3.5 stars. 3.5 stars is not bad, but coming from VIP Kid, I had 5 apples the whole time that I worked there, and so then having 3.5 stars, it really freaked me out, and I did not like that feeling. But as time went on, that overall rating did go up. Currently, right now, I have 811 parent reviews, and my overall rating is 5 stars. I still get negative feedback just like every teacher. Sometimes the feedback that I do receive from Outschool parents is not really fair because either their child was too old or too young for my class, or they did not read the class description carefully, or they thought the class was not age appropriate for their child, or it was too easy. So I still get bad reviews also, and it makes me sad, but I try not to focus on that, which is really hard to do. Out of every 50 reviews that I get, that one-star review will really bother me and really eat at me, and I will think that I am a bad teacher, but you can't get into that mindset. You have to just focus on all the positive reviews that you do have, and just know that not every student or parent is gonna like you or like your teaching style or your class content, and that's just the way it is. So you have to just let it roll off your back and just keep on going, which is really hard to do, I know. So I'm really struggling to take my own advice right now, but just keep on going, and over time your reviews will get better. If you're wondering, I do not ask for any parent reviews at the end of class. I don't email them afterwards. Outschool does send a follow-up email to the parents after class, and they ask them to rate your class. And so I've never asked parents for feedback, and I've still gotten 811 parent reviews. So feedback will come, and just know that you might get some negative reviews also, and it happens to all of us, and you have to just keep on moving forward. Next, I'm going to talk about some problems that I've encountered with Outschool. The first problem that I had that luckily does have a solution, but that wasn't really clear to me, was that I could not figure out a way to track how much I was going to be getting paid each week. Again, coming from VIP Kit, it was really clear on how much money you were going to be paid each month because of their app. So then coming to Outschool was really different because they do not have an app or any kind of tracking system like that where you can track your pay. But luckily, there is a solution for how you can track your pay with Outschool. It's just not really clear to the average person, or maybe it is really obvious and I just didn't know what this meant, but I'm going to show you how you can see what you're going to be getting paid with Outschool.
Okay, so on your dashboard, here are the options, and you want to click on sections, and then you're going to click on download all as a CSV. It's downloading, and then you're going to say download, and then you're going to see all of your current classes, and this spreadsheet is organized from your most furthest out booked class first, and then down at the very bottom is the first class that you ever taught. It's going to show the start and the end time for that class, the price of the class, how many are currently enrolled in that class, the expected payout, and the actual payout. If you click on this link, it will take you to your classroom page. So these aren't showing an actual payout because I haven't taught these classes yet, but if I scroll down, then I'll be able to see the actual payout for the classes I've already gotten paid for. If you wanted to add a column, so you could put notes on this and you could save it to your computer. On my computer, I just right click and then I can add a column before this column or after this column. Then you can calculate your pay or your expected pay, depending on which column you want, by just selecting and then highlighting up up, and then it's going to tell you the sum here at the bottom. And you can also highlight and then change the color of certain cells. If you wanted to maybe calculate your pay for one entire week, then you could highlight it, go over to cell, go to fill, and then you can fill that to be a different color. And then you can save this to your computer, and then that will be a way for you to track your pay.
So that is a really easy fix. I just did not know what download CSV meant. And so I just kind of clicked on it one day and I was like, oh, that's what that's for. That's super helpful. So hopefully that helps you out, or maybe you already knew about it and it just was me who was struggling. But anyways, there you go. That's how you can track your pay with Outschool. I also created a document that you can download down below that I don't use anymore, but I did whenever I was first starting out. And that's super helpful too if you want something else to track your classes and kind of make notes as you go. That's down below for you to download if you would like to. Another issue that I've encountered is their referral tracking system. As a referring teacher for Outschool, I do Zoom with my referrals. And so first I have to verify that they use my link correctly, and then I can see their name in my tracking system, which is where the issues come into play. So when you first apply to Outschool and you fill out your profile, if you put Teacher Mary, or you put Miss Westbrooks or Mr. Johnson, then in my tracking system, all I will see is the Mr. or the Mrs. or the teacher, because Outschool system counts that as your first name. And so it can be really tough to verify referrals, because there are times where I have 10 teachers in my system because they put Teacher Mary or Teacher Christina. And then so all I'm gonna see is the teacher, and so it's really hard to verify who is who. So if you are a referring teacher or you have used someone's referral link and you would like their help, then just be sure that you put your first and last name on your profile. That way your referring teacher can verify that you use their link correctly and that your name is in their system. Luckily, Outschool support staff has been super helpful. And if you email support@outschool.com, they are more than willing to help you with any issues that you encounter with the referral tracking page. So I feel like as Outschool grows as a company, then their referral tracking system will also improve over time. Another issue that's not super common is they have had a few site outages. When these outages do occur, then you as the teacher are responsible for communicating with the parents and the students and scheduling a makeup time for that class. So this can be time consuming and more extra work for you to do. But again, I feel like as Outschool grows as a company, then they are going to improve their site, and then those outages are going to be less and less frequent. The next problem has to do with refunds and transfers. Coming from VIP Kid, again, I never had to deal with transferring students or like refunding students, and so that was a really foreign concept to me. So after enrolling in your class, parents can request that you transfer their student to a different class time. Sometimes they request a transfer days before class, hours before class, or sometimes it's done even after the class has already met. So if a parent requests a transfer before my class starts, I will always grant that transfer request. Sometimes the parents will even request a transfer hours before that class starts, which is not ideal for sure, but I still do grant that transfer. Now, if a student misses the class completely and then the parent reaches out after the fact and wants a transfer, either because they forgot or they couldn't get home in time or they had internet issues, regardless of the reason, I will still usually grant the transfer request, but I don't want to be missing out on the money that I would have gotten from that class had they come to class as scheduled. And so I will go to the class time that I transferred them to, and I will open up an additional student spot for that class, so I'm not losing the potential to make that money. If that is really confusing for you and you have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry, I will have a video coming out really soon about transfers, refunds, and I will show you how to go into your Outschool classroom and make all these changes and transfers and refunds and all of that stuff. I have only given one refund for my classes since I started teaching, and that truly was because it was a terrible class. It was like one of my first couple of classes that I taught, and the parent reached out and was not happy with the class, and I don't blame them, and so I did issue a refund to that parent. And this next part of the video is about pay for the past 3 months. And before I share with you guys my pay for the past 3 months with Outschool, please just know that I am not sharing this with you guys to brag in any way. I am sharing it with you for information, and so you guys can get an idea of what you could make working with Outschool. So my first 3 months, I was only working part-time, so I was working between 15 and 22 hours a week. I was allowing 10 to 12 kids per class. Some classes were 45 minutes, and I charged $10 a student. Some classes were 30 minutes and I charged $8 a student. My first few weeks I was not fully booked, and then after about 6 weeks, most of my classes were fully booked. I do have 1 month and 2 month pay review videos that I will link somewhere up here or down below in the description box. But my first 3 months working for Outschool, so 3 full complete months from April 14th to July 14th, I made a total of $22,556.10. This amount is what I actually got paid. This is after Outschool takes their 30% cut. So this averages out to about $80 per class. This is with no referral bonuses and only from teaching. There are full-time teachers on Outschool that work Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and they bring home well over $10,000 a month. So I share this with you only so you can get an idea of what's possible, but just know that I am working only part-time. I do help my referrals with the application process as well as planning and creating their classes for Outschool. So if you're interested in teaching with Outschool, then my referral link and my email are down below, so please reach out to me. I would love to help you. So that is my 3-month review of working with Outschool. I think it's a great company, and I think that they're only going to continue to grow. If this video was helpful, or if you want to see more videos like this, please give this video a like and also subscribe so you don't miss any future Outschool content. And that is it for today, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.